country is now past 2 months of nationwide lockdown as it is the 67th day of lockdown today. The country in recent days has been witnessing a massive surge in the COVID-19 cases, mainly attributed to the failure of the local authorities to stem the flow of Nepali workers who returned from India with the slacking of lockdown measures by the southern neighbors. Good morning, I'm Amar Singh Pradhan and these are the headlines of the hour. The number of coronavirus cases in the country climbs to 591 with 68 more individuals detected with the virus yesterday. Sluggish contact tracing adds challenges in the containing the outbreak. Government keeps prioritizing rapid diagnostic tests for coronavirus screening despite its proven unreliability. Prepares to purchase additional 121,000 RDT kits. Government's lockdown relief fails to move beyond basic food items, fails to provide subsidies for electricity, drinking water, tax and other essentials. And the Taliban's announced a ceasefire with the Afghan government to take effect from today itself with the beginning of the Muslim festival of Eid al-Fitr. "68 individuals tested positive for COVID-19 yesterday from 12 different districts, including 27 individuals from Baque alone. This takes the total number of infected in the country to 591 as of this morning. Altogether, 41 districts have been affected by COVID-19 in the country so far. 2 men and a woman tested positive in Surkhet yesterday, the first cases detected in the district. Likewise, a number of cases in Baque's Narenapur alone has climbed to 113, making it the most affected region in Nepal. 13 individuals from Gaudeta and Kabilasi of Sarlai, 4 from Sivanath in Baitari and 1 each from Jhapa, Morang, Kathmandu, Chitwan and Bara tested positive for the virus yesterday. According to Rajendra Giri, the chief of the Provincial Public Health Laboratory in Province 5, 11 individuals from Kabilvastu, 4 from Rupandehi and 1 from Madane in Gulmi tested positive for coronavirus yesterday. According to the Ministry of Health and Population, the health condition of the infected individuals is normal. The number of infections has doubled in the country in the past 1 week. According to the Health Ministry, 3,494 PCR tests were conducted in the last 24 hours. 508 individuals are currently being kept in isolation across the country. Meanwhile, 9 individuals were discharged from Narayani Hospital yesterday. With this, number of individuals returning home after full recovery in Nepal has reached 79. There have been difficulties in identifying the individuals who have come into contact with the infected. Despite the daily increase in infection cases, the concerned authorities have neither mobilized adequate human resources for contact tracing, nor the errors occurred while unveiling the address of infected individuals has been rectified. The Ministry of Health and Population has often been publishing the permanent address of the infected instead of the immediate address, which has resulted in added challenges in contact tracing. Meanwhile, the ministry has been showing indifference towards implementing the plans to mobilize adequate health workers at every local level. Likewise, it has been difficult to identify the individuals who came into contact with the infected, as the authority has been publishing permanent address of the infected persons instead of the places from where the samples were collected. All such errors and negligence has been risking the virus outbreak to a larger population without notice. The Epidemiology and Disease Control Division has been given responsibility to carry out contact tracing. The division has been deploying 25 teams of 4 to 5 members each for the purpose. Realizing that the currently mobilized human resources are highly inadequate, the division has proposed for 1,075 additional members to undergo contact tracing at all the local levels. The Health Ministry, however, has failed to take a decision in this regard. This has been largely attributed to the lack of coordination between the ministry and the concerned department. The government is still found to give priority to rapid diagnostic tests, even as the World Health Organization has not approved it for clinical purposes. The Nepal Health Research Council has advised the government to stop undergoing coronavirus tests through RDT as well. However, the government is still preparing to buy 121,000 RDT kits for further screening of coronavirus. The Department of Health Services had earlier purchased 75,000 RDT kits. It may be recalled that the Nepal Health Research Council, under the government's jurisdiction itself, advised the government to stop using the RDT kits as it is not approved by the World Health Organization. After widespread concerns about its reliability, India and Spain, among other countries, even returned the RDT kits after purchasing them. Lawmakers had raised questions at the parliament regarding the RDT test in Nepal after a frequent number of coronavirus cases were detected even after testing negative through RDT. Speculations are being raised towards the government's tendency towards prioritizing coronavirus screening through RDT despite international studies confirming its unreliability compared to the PCR test. Meanwhile, the government has still been relying on the third parties to buy PCR kits to undergo coronavirus tests across the country. The people in general have been confined to their homes for the past 2 months due to the nationwide lockdown. The shutdown of overall commercial activities has not only affected the economically challenged and low-income population, but people related to almost every sector in the country. The government, however, has so far failed to come up with relief packages in a bid to directly address the plight of the general public. Many countries, including India, have come up with significant relief packages with an aim to alleviate their citizens' economic hardship induced by the coronavirus pandemic. However, the economically challenged communities in Nepal have remained devoid of a majority of essential relief packages except for rice and lentils in the past 2 months of the nationwide lockdown. Likewise, industries and businesses have remained shut while the crops produced by farmers have failed to reach consumers. At the same time, many labor workers related to informal sectors are hardly being able to make their ends meet. It has been reported that even the middle-class families have reached the stage of needing relief from the government. Likewise, many private businesses have not been able to pay their bank loans and provide remuneration to their workers. For instance, national-level service providers such as Nepal Telecom, Nepal Electricity Authority and Drinking Water Corporation, among others, accumulate hefty amounts of annual profits from their consumers. The consumers in general, however, have hardly received any discounts or benefits such as relief in fines, among others, while using such services even during the current crisis. The public naturally expects relief from the government during the times of substantial crisis. However, according to economists, the authority seems to have been confused and indifferent when it comes to acting as a guardian to the citizens in need during the current coronavirus crisis. The number of people looking to be insured has considerably increased in recent days due to the COVID-19 pandemic. More than 150,000 people have been insured in the last 1 month after coronavirus insurance was launched by life insurance companies with the direction from the insurance committee, keeping in mind the rising risk of contracting COVID-19. The life insurance companies introduced the insurance plan after receiving direction from the insurance committee to start corona insurance to ensure health security. According to the insurance plan, a 1-year insurance coverage up to 100,000 rupees will cost 1,000 rupees, while coverage of up to 50,000 rupees will cost 500 rupees. Anyone testing positive for coronavirus 15 days after being insured qualifies for the insurance amount. A total of 159,936 people have been insured in the last 1 month, and a total of 86,144,000 rupees have been collected so far in Nepal. People have been attracted towards being insured as the number of people being infected of COVID-19 has been increasing at an alarming rate in the country recently. There is no global trend of insuring people with this kind of infection. However, the insurance committee directed to introduce the insurance plan to especially target low-income individuals in Nepal. Experts opine, although the insurance plan was introduced in view to help the insured individuals, the insurance companies could face problems in sustaining themselves. There were only 42 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in the country on 21st of April. The number of coronavirus cases has increased by 1,100% a month later. The scenario has driven more people towards the insurance plan. However, as there is the risk that the insurance companies could cancel the plan citing sustainability management problems, it is important for the insurance committee to play a supporting role to give continuity to the insurance plan. And now time for our segment Public Pulse, where it texts us with their opinion.
Public Pulse.
And the question is, why has contact tracing for coronavirus infections remained sluggish? Your options are option A, lack of coordination, option B, no concrete planning, and option C, disorderly data collection. The voting for the question is on. Type in WS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And those were our latest headlines. Stay with us for more news and entertainment on KTVSD. Stay home, stay safe and have a good day.